Something that a lot of young men struggle with nowadays is confidence. Confidence is something that I think when you first get started, like when you first start entering your teenage years, a lot of people think you either have confidence or you don't, okay? And I know for me, like when I first got started and when I was first getting into the adult world, someone like me who didn't have a lot of confidence, which stemmed from all types of things, all types of insecurities, you know what I mean? As I mentioned, as you've probably seen in a lot of my videos, I used to be a little bit overweight and stuff like that. Like, from someone like me, when I first started and when I first grew up, I didn't have confidence and I thought, yeah, that was just me. Those were just my social settings. You know, there was nothing else I could do about it. That was just for cards. Those were just for cards that I was dealt with, okay? And I think it's so funny that a lot of people actually live the rest of their life thinking that I'm just naturally not a confident person and there's nothing that I can do about it. And I'm here to tell you in this video right now, that couldn't be more than false. The amount of people, okay, that I've been able to see I've seen it in myself, like, first of all, I myself am my biggest case study when it comes down to this. But the amount of people that I've seen go from dead shy, not being able to even maintain eye contact with someone, not even being able to string a sentence together that made sense without stuttering, or without looking at the ground, or without, you know, deflecting and just mumbling their words. The amount of people I've go from like quite literally socially terrible to becoming the most confident, outgoing, most energetic, most magnetic person in the room is crazy. And I've all seen that. And the number one common denominator that I've seen that go down to is sales. And I think it's a key trait in the majority of salespeople, because with something like sales, like you're forced to be confident. Okay, even me, when I first started online sales, like before I started sales, I was already getting into the self-improvement, and I was already, you know, taking myself seriously. And I was working on those key aspects of myself because I knew that my confidence wasn't the best. And I knew that, you know, okay, this is something I need to work on. But even before I got into sales, like my confidence it wasn't rock bottom. I had a little bit of that. Like I could actually speak to people. But when you get into something like sales, like when I first got into online sales, in-person sales, you're forced to be confident. You're speaking to people, and the amount of like people you speak to and the amount of successful conversations you have dictates if you get paid. It dictates if you see the commissions that you want. And it dictates if you're able to, I guess, win and hit the achievements that you're aiming for. So it's kind of a thing where you can't just settle and you can't just hide from not being confident. Like you have to learn how to speak to people. You have to practice. You have to learn the new skills. You have to put yourself in those uncomfortable positions, because that's the only way you're going to win. That's the only way you're going to see the success that you want to see, is if you get confident and if you practice, okay? So something like sales, especially because not only is it that, but in a field like sales, like you deal with rejection. You're getting told no you're getting told no in more times in a day, but most people will get told no in a year. Especially if you're doing something that's like high volume sales, like direct sales, where you're knocking doors, you're speaking to 100 people a day. Most people won't get told no by 100 people in the span of a month or in the span of a year. But you get told no by 70 to 80 people in one day. And you just become accustomed to it. Like I remember with me, before I got into sales, like I used to have insane amounts of fear of like being able to speak to women and like letting my intentions known, and like, you know, speaking to attractive women and kind of letting them know that, all right, cool, I found them attractive. And, you know how young guys get, right? I used to have like an insane fear, like it strike deep rooted fear into like my stomach. Like, what? I can't tell this girl that I think she's attractive. Like, imagine she laughs at me. What if she says no? But when you get good and like when you start doing sales and when you start learning something like sales, because you go through so much rejection and because you go through so many situations like that where you get told no, or you want to do something, you want to achieve something, and you're just getting you get told no in the most brutal way sometimes. Like people tell you to fuck off. People try and fight you if you're doing direct sales. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different if you're doing online sales. No one's going to try and fight you through the screen. You can just laugh at them. But people say all types of things at you. Like it got to the point where I don't care if this girl that I'm trying to speak to says no to me. I've been told no 20 times already today. I've been told no 100 times already this week. Like, what is this? It's just another, all right, it's just another tally. Perfect. Let me add it to the list. And going through sales, because it's like, it's a matter of how much bullshit can you take and how much like shit and how much pain can you go through, which will allow you to win. Okay, and that's why genuinely, going back to my main point, like going through something like sales, going through all of that rejection, getting good at sales, getting really good social skills, like your confidence, by force, multiplies, by force quadruples, okay? Like me right now, I'm probably the most confident person ever in the room, but David of a couple years ago, he wouldn't speak and he wouldn't be able to be himself to people that he didn't know. But me now, I'm more than able to strike good conversations with people I barely know. I'm more than able to go and speak to a girl that I see walking on the street who I find attractive because it's just another human being. Like my confidence has been built to such a level where like nothing phases me anymore. And I'm the most confident person ever, all because of the work that I've done in sales and also the results, okay? Even if you don't achieve results in sales, your confidence will still be improved as a whole. But if you actually lock in, if you actually do the work and you get good, and you actually get good at sales, like you actually get really good achievements, you get good accomplishments, your confidence times, your confidence, there's a different level of confidence that you've got now, because now not only do you do sales, but you're actually good at it. Like me being able to be the number one person in the UK, me being able to break records in my organization, me being able to hit all types of achievements in online sales and direct sales. Like my confidence is through the roof. I just walk around life and I just feel like I'm that guy because my confidence and my accolades have proven so. So genuinely, like if you're a young person right now, and I'll always advocate it as well, because it's what happened to me, like getting good at something like sales or putting yourself outside of your comfort zone, genuinely, that is the only way that you're actually going to get your confidence back. And that's how you're going to regain confidence as a man. There's no other ways to go about it, okay? There's internal work that you can do, and, you can meditate and you can, manifest confidence, but whenever you want to get good at something, you actually have to go out there and do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much theory that you can do, but in order to get good at that one thing, you have to go out there, you have to prove it, and you have to show up every single day. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember myself when I wanted to start getting good at talking to girls, like I'd literally have it like as like a daily objective or a weekly objective. All right, cool. I need to go and speak to 3 women this week. Like I need to go out there and I need to see 3 women who I find attractive, and I need to go and speak to them. Because that is how I was going to build up my confidence. And that's how I was going to get good at something. But I acknowledged that it was something that I wanted, and it was something that I didn't have the most skills at yet. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to pick up a skill. You just got to lock in. And genuinely, sales changed my life when it comes down to confidence. And anyone watching this right now, any single young guy, if you get good at sales, if you get good at something like speaking and, you're forced to put yourself in those high pressure situations, I promise you, confidence will be an issue of the past.